right, so I'm doing a multimedia thing. I got my Kindle and I have my phone. So about 10 months ago, I got together with my best friend, and I'm madly in love with him. And I wrote him, we had this conversation. We had a conversation about the future, and we named our first child. And it was like an act of affirmation that we will make it. So 10 months going, so we'll see. But I wrote this piece for him, and when I realized that I had forgotten to put it on the Kindle, I had him email it to me. So I'm going to read this off my phone. So, okay. So it's, I sent it to him for his birthday. So it's called Indigo. And it's about, he said he wanted to name his child Indigo. He got the idea from some book he was reading about how slaves' hands who worked in the indigo, they would be stained. So this spreading stain, like a baby's broken placenta stub, the inside of a bruise drips memory. Freedom papers in pocket, folded and stroked over with fingers long grown old, lettering faded in a way this stain cannot. Blue sink into calloused brown creases, swimming in flesh, audaciously vivid, as the fresh red blood of scraped knees, whiplashes, childbirth. Blues sings a blues that says never forget. This name we muse over tastes heavy, lyrical, a color of quiet and mystery, of memory and slaves' hands. Is it too soon to hope to shape it with my mouth, to call to her, to have wishes for her, to imagine her baby butter brown hands tightly gripping our index fingers, trusting us with everything she is, everything she will be, something beyond a hypothetical kitchen conversation, light with the freshness of newborn things? Is it too soon to tell her, Indigo, we love you. This is who you are. This is where you began. Never, never forget. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I'm very, very tired of all the Osama bin Laden stuff on the news. And it just drives me crazy. When I read, you know, that, oh, we got him, it was like, oh, okay. You know, but I don't know. I just don't see that it makes a huge difference, but you know, so this is called national pride. A man shot in the head, brain matter soaking into blood and hair. Thick accrue meal seeps into the red, congeals into a pool below him. This is our moment of national pride. A child who knows death too well, who spoke to her father as the tower shattered above him, as he told her, I will always be with you, is invited to lay a wreath on ground zero, not to say, Daddy, I love you. Daddy, you will always be with me. Daddy, we learned something from your death, but aren't you glad we finally took that motherfucker down? Aren't you happy? This is what we celebrate. This is our moment of national pride. We celebrate, we high five, we exhale, we demand pictures. A man who once spoke of the audacity of hope that this nation can be some of what it claims now says this is the greatest achievement to date on the war on terror. A man shot in the head, brain matter soaking into blood and hair, thick accrue meal seeps into red, congeals into a pool below him. Do we ever stop to think that his work was complete? No more tapes, no more plots are needed to hasten us to our own destruction. Do we ever stop to think that maybe this was the plan? 3 wars that we know of, the most handsome young black man on television star in military recruitment commercials, defense budget over 50% of our national spending that we know of. But we can't afford the National Endowment of the Arts. We can't afford public broadcasting. We can't afford Planned Parenthood. We can't afford aid for mothers and children. We can't afford health care. We must privatize education and Medicaid and Social Security. If those closest to God are the very young and the very old, where have we placed ourselves that our children's minds and our elders' lives and our wombs are not worthy of care? We can afford to kill. We can afford to think if we wish hard enough that one man's death will make a difference in everything that we have yet to fear. This is what I see as terror. A man shot in the head, brain matter soaking into blood and hair, a thick accrue meal seeps into the red, congeals into a pool below him as a moment of national pride. Thank you. Okay, this piece is inspired by my experiences growing up as a Pop Warner cheerleader. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that whole culture, especially Pop Warner cheerleading in South LA, which is it's not ESPN cheerleading. So it's hip hop and skirts and 7-year-olds. So this is on the track. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. Come and get some, say what? Come and get some. Come and get some, say what? On the track, we clap, we scat, $6 sneakers, stamp tombs in sand. Stiff polyester, please sing like steel pans, simmering hips, cock calypso rhythms. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. Puppy scent gone see, ponytail swing, cup hands, welt thigh skin. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. Pack stands wait, new jeans pull low and heavy, men drive all slow and heavy, head snap back, we walk fast. Shake it go daddy, shake it go mama, shake it go slip hand uncle, shake it go lanky big brother's fin stacked on other side of the track, hung low on chain link gate. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. You don't want no green and gold, you don't want none. And if you want some green and gold, come and get some. Come and get some, say what? Come and get some. Come and get some, say what? Okay, I got one more. See if I have time. Okay. Okay, so this was written in another moment of frustration. Poet brothers, please, no more Nubian queen poems. Maybe I was no queen. Maybe I met you on the banks of a river I came to for water to make my father's evening meal, my feet rough from the long walk. Maybe when you came to my mother's family, you had nothing but a gourd of palm wine, but they said this young man is strong. He'll make her a good house. He'll keep her safe. Maybe I wasn't beautiful, but what you saw as beauty was she dances well and works hard. She will raise good children. She will keep me safe. Poet brothers, write about my rough feet, my dancer's calluses, my scars and the way you catch me picking at them, the sleep in my eyes when I wake in the morning, the smell of my breath when you kiss me anyway, the way I curl into myself when I have cramps and you encircle me with your body and rub my belly and marvel at women's ability to not let pain stop living. Write about the panties left soaking in the sink, and your late night runs for chocolate, my indecisiveness, how I ask your opinion on what I should wear then choose what I want anyway, how my hair looks untreated, untampered with, unaltered, when you reach your hands into it playfully, how we both laugh when they get stuck, when I cut my eyes at you and give you silence, sometimes deserved, sometimes not, when I clean up behind you to the point where you can't find things and you ask me about it to the point where I grow defensive and we do not speak for hours until one of us touches the other and we melt into each other at the end of a long day, unshaven, unshowered, blemished, marked, funky, but do not mind at all. Poet brother, write me as I am, here with you in messy, glorious love.